I just walked in here into the lion's den. I'm not in my city. I'm in a fucking basement in Queens with 4 dudes who are all dead set on wearing my ass out. You know, like a little war of attrition. You go for 3.5 hours, however long it was, you know. Maybe somebody's doing good in the beginning and then they start to fade as it goes. Right. And the whole time I was like, nah, I'm doing this. Like I'm running this shit. Like I'm actually like, I know that I'm going to win the comments section. And then I even said that to Joe at one point. I said, like, you really think that you're going to take a W in the comments after this? And he was like, yes. He was like fucking totally offended by the idea that I thought that I was taking the W. And then sure enough, I mean, the proof was in the pudding, which it is what it is. But it's also like, I just felt like Joe is this old school ass commentator who feels like he's above doing some of the clickbait stuff or asking certain type of questions or whatever. But really what you're telling me is that you think that you're above. You think that your desire to be respectable and to be viewed in a certain way when you're doing your content should basically like come before doing what the fans want to see. And that's the main message that I got from the reactions from the fans is like, Adam's asking the shit that we actually want to know about. Why the fuck are you trying to stand in his way? These people are grown-ass men answering these questions. If Adam wants to ask them about some beef they got, whatever. I mean, this is the lifeblood of hip-hop is controversy, beef, competition, etc. Now, obviously, back in the day in the 80s and 90s, it was a lot more. We're competing on raps. And now a lot of times, like when we talk about NBA Youngboy versus Lil Durk, nobody's talking about who's the better rapper. I mean, some fans are, but that's clearly not like what this is based on. This is a real beef. You know, but I'm saying like that's just you know, if I had NBA Youngboy right now, I'd say, you know, why are you smoking on O Block Pack? Why you what's your problem with these guys? Yada yada. I would ask the shit the fans want to hear, and it's on you to give me an answer that basically says however much or however little you want to say, because it's going to be straight up easy as fuck for you to dance around that question. If you say, you know, Youngboy might sit there and say, "What's O Block?" What Lil
right? He can get around it. He can get around it. What I think though, and because with me, I don't see. I'm the guy that come in the game and ain't done none of that. Right? I've yet to sit with dudes and ask them certain questions, and I understand the interest of the fans, but I'm in interest of the information. Right? When I sit down with dudes, it ain't about what the fans want to hear. It's about some information because we build a new industry. Right. So I'm asking rappers how you make $10 million a year. I'm asking dudes like you how you afford to get this building and do 4 and 5 different pieces of content a day at the same time. Right? So I think there is a way to have these conversations and they be interesting to the fans without it being so direct and involved with some of the messy shit, right?
But that's the thing, is that from my perspective, that's a good interview, is the one where you're direct. Direct is a very, very big skill as an interviewer.
But direct,
dancing around no. is the work of somebody who's not that comfortable.
Direct is one thing, but we added something. Direct to the mess, right? I'm direct to the information.
Right.
So we both direct, right? And nobody's saying don't be direct. We saying let's figure out directly where we going. So I'm asking directly to the messy shit could be considered.
Okay, but let me just put it in perspective like this. If I was doing a Lil Durk interview, and let's say that some crazy shit happened, you know, in his old neighborhood, whatever. People got killed, all crazy shit, but it's not really like out there. Like it's not known.
Hey, it's your boy Looney from It's Up There Podcast. Thank you for watching the video you just watched, and make sure you subscribe by hitting the button you see on the screen, or go to the next video by hitting this right here you see on the screen. Biggest Up There Podcast.